ScentBlocker Most Wanted is brought to you by Matthews, catch us if you can, and Rage, leading the evolution in lethal technology.
You know, 2012, I mean, who can't forget the devastating drought of last summer? It had a lot of devastating effects, not only in making it tougher for hunters, but tougher on the wildlife. So many of the deer that I seen last year were in such poor condition. And there's no doubt in my mind that the heat and dryness from spring till fall affected antler growth probably in 10 to 15 inches per deer. But the heat lasted into the fall. You know, and bucks just don't move a whole lot during daylight hours when it's that hot. And even though that we had cutty back cameras out and we had a plethora of bucks on this property that I would shoot, I hunted for days and did not see a shooter. I seen plenty of younger bucks and up and comers, but being able to see one that you'd actually pull the trigger on was very difficult. You know, anybody that's planted many food plots or agricultural crops for wildlife know that you got to have some rain. And Whitetail Institute products are famous for being drought tolerant. Now, when you plant them in the late summer, early fall, you've got to get some moisture to get them established. I didn't plant any of my food plots until mid-September when we had that first forecast of a little bit of rain. So I tried to plant in front of it. And although it wasn't a tremendous amount of rain, it was enough to get these plots established. You know, right here you're looking at pure traction and Whitetail Institute clover. But it also worked on where we planted brassicas like wintergreens and tall thyme tubers. Over the years, a deer decoy in the pre-rut has worked a lot of magic for me. And although we weren't seeing any mature bucks, this 2-year-old buck here is showing all the pre-rut behavior that you want to see in a big deer. And these are things that you can't witness firsthand unless you have a decoy out. And this guy right here, well, he was safe around me. He's got another year or two to go.
While the rut's gearing up in Missouri, later that year, Bob was looking to fill his antlerless deer tag for the Iowa Hush program.
Okay, here's some does right here coming out of the cairn right here in front of me. About 100 yards. You want her? One on the left looking back into the cairn. I think she's going down right there by the woods. Man, I thought she was gonna fall right there in the field. Holy smokes. We only had about 2 minutes of legal shooting time left and just about out of light for the camera, but I got to believe she's laying right there at the edge of the woods. This is a doe that definitely will get her to the meat processor. Let divvy it all up in the 2-pound blocks, and it will definitely help feed some people that have come by some hard times. And venison, well, it's some of the best stuff you can eat.
ScentBlocker Most Wanted has been brought to you by Mossy Oak. It's not a passion, it's an obsession.